Hello and welcome back to Hail to the Deadites. So it's been about a month since our last video because there hasn't really been any Evil Dead news to talk about, and I've just been in a creative slump and haven't really been able to put together any Evil Dead content, which sucks. But anyways, there's finally enough to do a little video on. There's a game update, a tweet from Levy, and then the Halloween Horror Nights maze. So I thought I would just sit down and talk to you guys for the first time in a while and sort of go over this tiny little bit of news that we have, just to satiate your Evil Dead, Hail to the Deadites hunger that I'm sure you've all been experiencing. Because, I mean, I was gonna make some sort of joke about how it's like the best channel, but it's definitely not, because it's been a month since the last video. So almost like 3 months since the anniversary of Evil Dead the game, they finally put out a new patch. You know, all these months, us Evil Dead fans being like, can you give us a roadmap of like what's happening with the game? We want to keep playing it, but you guys aren't like throwing us any bones or giving us any sort of update on like the lifespan of the game, which I think we're justified in doing so that it can like continue to like thrive as a game and stuff. But yesterday, sort of out of the blue, they dropped patch notes. So I thought I would just go over the patch notes with you all. It's mostly Brock Williams, who I haven't played as, because I have not played the game since Ruby came out. And I enjoyed playing as Ruby, but then I moved, and I literally have not set up my Xbox, and I've been here for almost 3 months. So, survivors. Brock Williams' Master of Influence perk now buffs his aura correctly. Brock Williams' healing bonus per non-family member for the Blood Ties ability decreased from 5% to 4%. Brock Williams' damage reduction per family member for the Blood Ties ability decreased from 5% to 4%. Brock Williams' fear reduction per leader for the Life of the Party ability decreased from 10% to 8%. For Prestige, from 12% to 10%. Brock Williams' melee damage warrior for the Life of the Party ability decreased from 10% to 8%, for Prestige 12% to 10%. Brock Williams' range damage per hunter for the Life of the Party ability decreased from 10% to 8%, for Prestige from 12% to 10%. And finally, Brock Williams' cooldown reduction per support for the Life of the Party ability decreased from 10% to 8%, for Prestige from 12% to 10%. For demons, Schemer is now unable to force survivors into activating traps when using survivors' dodge before unpossessing and cycling the possessions. And general, ranged weapons will no longer stop inflicting damage and playing gunshot sounds. The ping wheel now will not get stuck in the middle of the screen when used during the crate trap animation. Various environment and player collision fixes. And finally, general localization fixes. So really nothing revolutionary, and I guess this is just a quality of life update, because it's really nothing that's being added to the game besides, I guess, nerfing Brock, but I don't even know if this is really a nerf for him, because I've never played as him or watched anyone play as him, which just sort of goes to show, I guess, how sort of appealing the game has been lately, which is not really that appealing. But yeah, I kind of hope they either put out a statement being like, there's more content on the way, we just haven't been able to do it because XYZ, or either like, no more content is coming, we're just gonna do quality of life updates, XOXO, thanks for playing. Not like a shutdown type letter, but more we're gonna keep making the game playable, but we're just not adding anything new. Which I think would ultimately be the downfall of this game, unfortunately. If you've ever been to Universal Halloween Horror Nights, I am extremely jealous of you, because that is on my bucket list to go to. And this year they are doing an Evil Dead Rise haunted house. They haven't really sort of said what it's going to be exactly. Going off the wiki page on the Halloween Horror Nights wiki, it just says, meet the neighbors from hell as an ancient curse rises in a new setting, an LA apartment building. The Book of the Dead is about to unleash unimaginable horrors on you and your Scream Squad. Evil has come home. And then for scare actors, it just says Ellie. And then in the trivia section, it says, according to John Murdy, he considers this house would be scary and gory. So it really doesn't give us a whole lot to go off to, but I do think as we sort of near closer to the opening for this year, we'll probably get more information. If you follow Infamous Horror, I'm going to do a video soon going through all of the exhibits and stuff that are going to be available at Halloween Horror Nights this year, so make sure to go subscribe to Infamous Horror so you don't miss that. And then finally, the last little bit of news is just kind of speculation. So I guess last week, it was August 9th, someone tweeted, "Jane Levy, come back to horror," and she quote tweeted it and said, "I am." Ghost House Pictures quote tweeted that with a skull emoji. So I'm just wondering what's going on there, and if there's any sort of Mia sequel in the works for the 2013 Evil Dead reboot, or if, you know, the animated show is happening for Ash vs. Evil Dead and maybe she's getting tied into it through like a multiverse type thing or whatever it is. I think that's nice speculation, but maybe it's not Evil Dead. Maybe she's doing something else that's produced by Ghost House Pictures that isn't Evil Dead. That's also a totally reasonable thing to think and very realistic, honestly. But yeah, that's sort of all the Evil Dead stuff I've got to talk about right now. So keeping this video short and sweet, I guess, because I don't want to bore you guys blabbing about not Evil Dead topics, but I do have 2 channels where I do talk about non-Evil Dead stuff, if you want to check those out. So yeah, thanks for watching. I'm sorry there's been such a lack of Hail to the Deadites content lately. I really wish there was more to talk about, but it's just a weird time. It's just a little bit weird right now. You know, next time Evil Dead news drops, I will definitely be hopefully one of the first people to report on it to you guys. And thank you for all your continuous support and stuff. We're almost at like 500 subscribers on here, which is crazy. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe if you enjoyed this. Comment down below and just let me know how you're doing and maybe any Evil Dead stuff that's popped up on your radar that's cool to talk about, or what do you think about the patch update, or just let me know whatever you want down in the comments and I will reply and we'll have a great little chat. Thanks so much for watching again, and I will see you in the next video, and as always, stay groovy.